Okay, so time is running. So I was thinking how to start because when I was here on this conference, so all the time I was, or many times I heard like, you know, to look at the reality from the bottom up. It means like from the paradigm that yes, there is a someone who is searching for something which is transcendent him. And I had a big luck in my life that I succeeded somehow to get from different perspective. So from the perspective like very often to stay in the state which is beyond all these dualistic concept of existence and non-existence and true and false and human and God and good and bad. And I was wondering how it's possible that it is possible that there are so many people here, and me also, and they are really believing they are here, and they are really existing. So my point of view is completely otherwise, you know. I'm just wondering how it's possible from this, you know, shining emptiness, which is then beyond all these, whatever we are talking about, whatever, we are here and we are talking about the right for existence. So what is the right? What is the existence? You know, what is the soul? What is me? You know. So as you said, you know, I was doing business, so basically the business was like the playground, you know, where I was testing if the things which I'm experiencing really work. And so I had the courage to use some of the, let's say, intuition which comes from this teaching which I'm following. And it's called Dzogchen. It's a secret Tibetan non-dual Buddhist teaching. So I had the courage to use these things or this teaching in a very practical thing, in, you know, for instance, doing some strategic decision about, you know, some development of the company. And this was quite a big company, you know, something like for Czech context, you know, almost 300 employees is not so small. And it started to work. And so things has changed, and now I'm here. I sold the business because I understand, okay, I should do something different. And I was thinking what to do, and suddenly during my meditation there appears some huge vision, like empty space, there is nothing, you know, and but at the same time it was full of lights, small lights. And I was thinking, what does it mean, you know? And out of that vision, after many, many lives, this idea of gift economy emerged. And why gift economy? So there are many reasons why I'm talking now about the gift economy. We are sitting in this hall, and we have a really deep sense of our existence in this hall. So if someone will say, no, there is no one sitting nowhere, and there is nothing like sitting, so then you will think, okay, but I have the experience, I'm here. So we have to respect our feelings that we are thinking and we are experiencing, that we think we are, and we are sitting on the chairs and we are listening to some strange guys telling us something. And at the same time, we have to respect in the same way that we believe we live in the society which is driven by some economic law, or by physical law, or by biological law, whatever. And because we believe this is it, we need to respect our own belief, because, you know, That's our universe. So I was thinking, okay, how can I help people to, make free of these limitations with these contemporary societies creating in us, And I was thinking, okay, so this gift economy, this is a good, because this came to me from that meditation. This gift economy is just opposite to what's going on today. Because if you think about this consumer society, so as a symbolic gesture, the consumer society works in the way that there is something around me, and I will take it and give it to myself. And everybody are telling us, yes, do it. Because the more you do, the better you will feel, the better, other people will get paid because they will have to work for it. Okay. Is it better? Okay. Hopefully, yes, it is better. And, okay, so we live in a paradigm that everybody has to consume, and this is the way how we will, continue. And the more we will consume, once in the future, there will come the happiness. So I sold the company, I get a lot of money, and I know that this is not how it works, but I was thinking, okay, let's have a test. So, okay. So, I was in a very luxury resort, drinking a very, very nice champagne, being in a very beautiful, jacuzzi, open space, and I was thinking, okay, so from which direction the happiness will come? From left, from right, from top, from bottom. Guess what? I get a really, not a clinical, but a really big depression because I realized, oh shit. So I have everything now. I left nothing. I am healthy, I am rich, I have everything I have. So from some perspective, I get to the top, what I can achieve, and, well, what the hell I will do for the rest of my life? What to fight for, what to try to do for. So instead of happiness, the depression comes. And I said, okay, because I was still living, even unconsciously, even I knew that things are in a different way, I was still living in the paradigm that I'm expecting something from outside will come and I will give it to myself. And this paradigm, this dualistic way of thinking that there is something here, someone here, and someone or something here, and if I take this and put it to here, then the happiness will come. This is a cause why things doesn't work. Because in reality, it's completely opposite, And that's the reason why I start to do this gift economy, because I understand the principle is totally opposite, Everybody has something. For instance, now I have a time, so I'm here. So I'm giving you time. If maybe something else, depends on how do you feel. If there will be any value if I will say, but at least I'm giving you time. So everybody can, give something. And we all experience that this is normal because when we were living in the families, so the mother is feeding the baby. So basically she's giving to her child something, but she doesn't ask, $5, for breeding, So it's natural, we all experience, that's natural, but then we grow and we said, okay, this is not how it works. And we see Donald Trump, sitting in the White House, and he's exactly the symbol of what I'm talking about, $5 or I will not save Puerto Rico. But this is not the way, this is just dividing. And this is just exactly in the contrast, maybe it works somehow. I will try. Oh, yeah. So this is exactly, what I see everywhere. I see like this interconnecting empathy, like people are awakening. They are really trying to see, oh, okay, so what we can do more, because we are not satisfied with the current state of existence. But then you can see the Twitter and you can see this, dividing old guy sitting there, and he's just a symbol of that old thinking, and everybody can see. We have a similar guy sitting in a Prague castle, so America is not the only one. But also, what's going on here is that it looks like that there starts to be a difference between the brain, which is used to calculate like accounting numbers, the price is nice number, so we can calculate easily, mortgages, whatever. But at the same, we are feeling that something is missing. So the heart is sensing something, it needs to be here, it needs to be done. Also, there seems to be like the difference between, so I can either think of myself or I will think about other people. It looks like the difference because I have a time, so either I will take care of others or I will take care of myself. So I can talk long, but the joke is we need to go beyond these things, We need to change the paradigm from bottom up, to change it from top down. And immediately, then suddenly, if we will succeed to, accept ourselves, then it immediately, the gift, the movement will change, because I will not, if I'm living in this dualistic difference between me and you, so because I believe I exist, I have to take care about that, otherwise I will die. So I need to take something somewhere and give it to me to survive. And if everybody are doing the same, that's the market economy. That's what we are living in here. So what I'm trying to do is just change the paradigm. And if we will be able to transcend this belief in us and in existence, then, we can talk later. So basically, I was thinking like this gift economy is the good way how to help people to experience the opposite movement instead of just taking into just giving. But the whole thing, the whole idea of the gift economy is not to change the society, but just to free the person from being closed in this concept of me and existence and whatever. But on the practical level, if we practice this gift economy, so we need to deal with two basic fears, And the first fear is just to give. Because, I was studying School of Economics in Prague, so if you talk about accounting, if I have something, I will give it to you, I have less. So if I will be doing it long time, then I will have nothing, I will die, because, it's over. So this is a first, how to overcome, how to transcend this fear. And this is just still easy. In Western society, this one is much more difficult. Because someone will give something to me and he asks nothing for return. So, shit, okay, but now I feel like there is a big debt, but there is no one I can pay. Because no one wants money for that, because they are giving it to me. Otherwise, it will be a sale. But he's giving it. Not, hey, take it. So the fear of receiving gift, it's really big, because in our Western society, our idea is of the individual freedom. So we are living, like alone. So if we accept gift, that's a burden for us, because we have a debt, and we don't, or at least I don't like it. And this is not the only thing, if you talk about these two fears, they are just on this relative level. But if we will go into transcendent level, then there are other fears, because the solution of these two means don't think of yourself so much as a real. Just let it go. So don't don't be close into concepts. So it means like if you give, just trust the intuition, as we heard at the beginning, just trust the intuition. If you feel you should give, give. And then be open, and if you feel you can receive, you receive the gift. And then just the way how you can receive the gift is just to promise yourself that as soon as someone needs help, I will give. So basically, on this relative level, from the receiver, I will become transformer. So I can receive the gift in order to transform it and send it back, in the next round to someone else. But it means I need to, not to talk about the self, because this self that's what's creating problem, because this is a dualism, me and you, subject and object. And from my understanding, this dualism is the cause of all the problems we are solving. But it's very natural, because we are all believing we are real. We have a right, we heard it. But who has the right? Who is this me? What is the nature of that me? Where it comes from? So if we ask this question, then there is another fear of this ultimate meaning, because it means like, okay, so the self is disappeared, so we can see many people having really big disorders, this spiritual crisis, because they go through this process, but they don't know what's going on. They didn't have a luck to hold to some knowledge what to do. And because no one has ever told them what's going on, then they're going through the spiritual crisis. But from some strange perspective, this is a gift, because if they succeed to go through, they can lose this self, they can lose this dividing dualistic experience of existence, and suddenly they can somehow get into this, go beyond all these concepts of existence and non-existence. So how we are thinking to do it? So I was thinking like, okay, so first help people just to change the way how they are thinking about themselves and about others. So just try to work with the intention of people. Try to help people to think about whether the intentions they have some, there is some sense in the intention. And the first one is balance, I have to balance my interests and the interests of others, because if I will only receive and I will not give, that's the market economy basically, Donald Trump. But if we will only give, then we will truly die, because we will not allow ourselves to receive. So there must be balance into what I am giving and what I'm receiving. So my intention is just to balance this flow, the flow out and the flow in, just to let it go, just to free it. It's also important, the way how you do it. If you are rude and you're not feeling good, and so you give someone something, but you are rude, then it doesn't work, because there has to be this kindness, this human feeling like, take it, it's okay, it's for you. And then it works, because this kindness makes the heart open, so it can flow. Otherwise, if you are closed, even if you do the gift itself, the action of gift, it doesn't work. No one is happy, no one is satisfied. Time. Then we have an action of behavior, these transcendent actions of behavior. So basically, this is not about motivation. This is really about how to behave in this body. If I'm standing here and I believe in front of me there are people, so I should do something. How to behave in that given moment. So of course, the first is just generosity. That's the principle. And then you can see many other things which we were thinking like it's okay, but basically this is coming from Buddhist teaching. So this is just the paramitas. This is these transcendent actions which help people to transcend from this, dualistic self-feared mode of existence beyond. Transcend the boundaries of myself. Get the courage to step out of the boundaries of myself, And there are so many things, and they are very practical. And of course, I would say one of these is just this perseverance, because this is my experience, it doesn't work quickly. It takes time. So if you... 9 minutes? Oh, questions, okay. Okay, so the perseverance, it takes time. So my own experience, even from the business, and I think everybody knows that if you want to succeed, you need to overcome a lot of, problems. So just not to give up, basically. So if we will do this, we will try to help people to understand how intention is important and how it translates into daily behavior. Then something like this capacity is important, because this is just some qualities which help people to gain experience of doing that. So basically, people have to participate in this gift economy thing. So they have to they have to go lose these two fears, at least these two fears, just to give and to receive. Second, they have to continue over and over and over, because, it is, the habit we have takes as much years as we are alive, at least, if we don't talk about past lives, okay? Then, if we are doing that, if we are really trying to, participate in this giving, we need to be present, because if I will do like that, I'm just trying to do something, and, oh, take it, and I'm just searching for something. I'm not present in what I'm doing. So basically, again, it doesn't work. I need to be present in the moment and in my behavior at that moment. So I have to be aware of what I'm doing. Otherwise, I'm distracted. So again, it doesn't work. Or it takes much, much, much longer. Then you understand that the one perfect example of gift is not only giving things, but you can give time like this. But this is, from this perspective, time is like a thing. But you can also give some prayer. You can give some meditation. So basically, you can pray for someone to be healthier. And also the flow of energy coming from your meditation or from your prayer, this attention to that person, and you are sending that prayer, oh, let this person to be happy. It also has effect, low, but it works. And out of this, some kind of wisdom can develop. So basically the people get the experience, and the experience will integrate into their daily life, so they can really get the trust, into some higher realms, into some angels, or into God, or whatever. So basically, this is the sign that the people are growing. Basically, the heart is opening, so they lose this dualistic block between what is me and what is you. It's just disintegrating slowly. So it means the self is a little bit, this self, this me, is being bluer and bluer. Who knows where is it? But still, it's not enough. It's not enough, because you are still, at the moment here, you are still in the dualism. So what is necessary is something which is in this Dzogchen, this is what I'm following, this Dzogchen principle, this is called direct introduction. What does it mean, direct introduction? It means like the step beyond this duality. It means someone will help you to connect your mind with the thing which is called nature of mind. So we can think of that like that someone will open this space-time through this Planck constant of space and time, this 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 something. And so suddenly, like, it's open up, and we can experience the nature of everything. And this is called the direct introduction. But it's not easy to achieve, because to receive the direct introduction, you need to receive it from someone who stays in that state beyond mind, beyond time and space. And there are not so much people in this globe, but still there are a lot of shamans, a lot of healers, a lot of teachers. And I have my Tibetan teacher, so I talk about my teacher Choganam Khenurbu. He gave me that direct introduction, and it was like forever, And it allows me to see the things from the top bottom, because I know what is the nature of things, and sometimes I achieve to be there. And so this is this is the last step. And once you get this direct introduction, you can get into the state which is beyond. And this is very similar to the picture which we saw a few minutes before. There was a lake and the light. So basically, this is nothing. This is again a mental concept, because it is a form in time and space. And everything which is inside time and space is just our own mind. From that perspective, time and space is my own mind. I think you have this microbiology session yesterday. You asked the question, what is life? And immediately the answer appeared in me. Well, the life is a mental concept of the one who is asking. Nothing else. That's a mental concept of the one who is asking. Because this is something, this is just a drawing, so it's not real. But if we will succeed, to step beyond this existence and non-existence, this self and others, beyond that God and all these realms. So basically, like, you step outside of all that. So then, all the universe is just, this is a Tibetan letter A. It means like all, whatever, everything. So everything which we can experience as a limited human beings inside what we believe is self is just like this. So if we will step outside this existence, we can see still what we are seeing now, but everything will be just inside. And the ego and the self will be in the middle of that, but we will be free, beyond time, beyond birth, beyond death, beyond all. And that's what I call freedom. Well, and my way, how try to help people to get in touch with that is just this way of gift economy. So instead of, where is something I can take? Where is the one who is taking? So freeing people through gift. That's what I'm trying to do. Thank you.
Thank you.